What's going on, everybody? Your boy back again. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the last of the articles I wanted to read. Just gonna hop right into it. About the Berlin conference. I got this one, and see, I remember when I was saying, I think I didn't clear it. I was saying, uh, they said the West Berlin conference, but the shit with but Congo River bases in Central Africa. I don't understand sometimes when they be doing certain stuff. So let me blow this up so y'all can read this article. Uh, and this one is from the John Cam St. John's College in the University of Cambridge. So that's somewhere in Africa. That's somewhere not Africa. That's somewhere in Europe. The University of Cambridge or wherever that is. But this last little piece I'm gonna do. As far as the articles go on on this, right? And then I found something interesting. I hope y'all can see it. Hold up. Can you see it? Yeah, you guys can see it. Yeah. I'm probably gonna read this later on in parts. But this may be the actual the document, the official document, at least in updated form of the Berlin conference. They even got the all the nations participating and stuff like that. So we're gonna read later. We're gonna read that, but we're gonna hop into here from the University of Cambridge, and the Europeans called Africa the Dark Continent because it was unknown to them. Interesting. And I don't really know who this is for, but again, it's grabbing for Africa. I shall do, Horror, Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad. Right, and I remember the Congo River Basin is like somewhere here in this area. That's not West Africa, right? That's it's like, bro, it's somewhere in this area. Somewhere in this area, I believe, if I saw that correctly. Now I need to go look it up. Congo, because this was not in South. This is not on my nerves. Hold on, go to maps. Is this? Oh, I need to get that. I need to check that out. Okay, I was right in that area. Can y'all see my screen? Y'all see that one? Y'all can. All right. Yes, with the Republic of Congo, right? Right? And this is the Congo River. I guess that's all there right there. But as y'all can see, that is definitely not West Africa. That's literally smack dab. I ain't gonna say smack dab. That's right in the middle of that daggone Africa. I guess because it's more on the left side than the right. They won't call it. That don't. I'm sorry. That don't make sense to me. But I, I'm just an idiot. But European explorers, to finish with the article. European explorers, and hold on, let me make sure I got this right. Y'all can still hear me? Because my mic be going out. I be tripping. All right. But European explorers and missionaries began mapping the interior of Africa in the 19th century. Adventurers like Henry Stanley revealed that Africa was full of raw materials that could be exploited to fuel the Industrial Revolution. They saw it was a new place to invest the money made in the industry. European powers were slow to realize the benefits of claiming land in Africa, but when one or more started, the rest did not want to miss out. In 1884 to 85, the scramble for Africa was at full speed. 13 European countries and the United States met in Berlin to agree the rules of African colonization. From 1884 to 1914, the continent was in conflict as these countries took territory and power from existing African states and peoples. Again, y'all remember back in a few articles, they were making deals. Remember? I think it was Belgium making deals. Your boy, I think the same dude, making deals with 400 plus African tribes. Sure. The Europeans called Africa the Dark Continent because it was unknown to them. Uh, this got mixed up with the more sinister idea of the darkest Africa, a place where the inhabitants were savage and brutal. Europeans, after the Industrial Revolution, considered industrial towns and technology to be signs of civilization. African African peoples did not have these, so they were branded uncivilized. These attitudes allowed European colonists to ignore established African tribes and kingdoms with which these attitudes, I'm going to start that over again. These attitudes allowed European colonists to ignore the established African tribes and kingdoms with their rich histories and cultures. By 1914, the only independent African states were Liberia and Ethiopia. Damn. All right. The area of West Africa is the area of West Africa that is now called the Democratic of goodness. The area of West Africa that is now called the Democratic Republic of Congo is a good example of what happened to many African countries during the scramble for Africa. This map right here, is from 1917 Atlas. Crazy. Let me say that. It is color coded to show what each European power owns. The key is in the bottom left hand corner. The divisions were arbitrarily decided by the colonizing countries. Reddit. They were not based on existing tribal or geographical boundaries. Some of the new boundaries split tribes in half. Others made huge territories that were difficult to control. This led to conflicts in the 20th century when the colonized countries became independent. Bro, I ain't gonna front. Let me make this a policy. I still think it's unnecessary, but I'm gonna have to say this. Y'all remember when Black Panther came out, and for the for like a good year, maybe two, everybody was getting called colonizer. Bro, y'all really not helping y'all case, bro. I mean, everybody, man. They'll call it everybody. Click on the map. So this is what they're talking about. This is a 1917 Atlas. Why does that say 19? I guess that's when it was made in 1915 originally, though. But regardless, it's Africa split up. I said it was color coded, so all these boys French West Africa. You can see French West Africa right there, and Tripoli. Looking at all this, Arabia right there. Damn, I wish I could see this clear. I'd zoom in on this like crazy. Canary Island, Islandia, Senegal. Wow, Senegal's right. Man, guys, I'll take it. I'll take the loss. I know Senegal's that close. But we're gonna look at this, right, man? Because this is crazy. Arabia's all the way up here. This is the French controlled area because it says French West Africa. It goes all the way down. I think it control Nigeria, and then look at that Anglo Egyptian Sudan. Anglo Egyptian Sudan. I hope y'all can see that. I hope a lot of y'all can see that. Again, if you can't, uh, uh, I put it in the I put it in the thingy. I put it in the thingy. The Belgian is that is that an N? Cane Foods? French. Look at that. The French came right in. French right here. This right here. French Equatorial Africa. Is that what they're saying? Something like that. But French control. Look at the Belgian Congo. Right there in the area. They got the river basin. They were trying to get the river basin. Look, the Germans came through. They said, hey, we're gonna stay here in East Africa. Chain right here. I can't tell who this is though. It's ABY. That looks like two S's. INIA. Whatever that is, right? Then you got the Italians over here, Somaliland, and then the British said we want a piece of that too. Look at that all the way to the east. The British coming through. Hey, and then you got your boy. Are we going down? We going down. We going down. Hey, listen, map. We gonna go over there later. Yeah. Angola, yeah, Angola. Sure. Hey, the Germans came through, and well, they took everything. Right? I think most of this is Cape of Good, Cape of Good Hope. Is that what they're saying? Cape of Good Hope, right there. Free State or something. Transbowl. This is cool. Some of these. It's cool to know this shit now. I guess it's weak. But goodness. It came over. Then we go over here. Explanation of coloring. The British something. I get like pink. So this guy's right here. All this right here. It looks like this right here too. Nope. This looks French. It's like the French. Bro, the French came in and took everything. No. No. Yeah. French. They're French. French came in and took everything, boy. Everything. Everything. They took the whole top half. Look at Morocco right there. That makes sense. And this is where a lot of the Moors is from. No wonder they was able to get there in Spain. And bro, it's just a short boat ride. They could probably cross that thing right there. Algeria. Look at Egypt. And he took that whole hole. And he took that hole. Took off into the wind. Look, the Belgium, Germans, Portuguese, and Italians. And then further down, you can see this. I'm not sure where that is. I'll find it. I'll probably find it. Gold Coast Colony? Nigeria. Oh, Nigeria. I gotta go towards the center. Right? Nigeria's closer to the center. Isn't it? No, I guess not. Nope. Now that I'll put on East Africa. You know what I'm saying? It's about like right. Yeah, that makes a little bit more sense than this. But Nigeria. What was it? What's the coast? Oh, all them little colonies right there, raping goddamn funds. Russia, taking it. German, East Africa, East Africa. Let me see, German. Oh, that's what that is. Right there. Look at that. And then this is the religions. I can't read any of that. Can't read none of that. Too vague. But I guess we'll have to simply. It's probably though. I don't think they care enough about any African religions to keep those there. Probably documented. But yeah, that's shit. That shit. That's crazy. Come on, man. Do I just? Yeah, I just back up. Yeah, that's crazy. So I'm going. Let's go ahead and just read some more. Right? Let's read some more. A case study of the Democratic Republic of Congo. And one before 1874, for centuries, the Congo River Basin was inhabited by tribes and kingdoms with individual cultures. Many of these people spoke Bantu languages. They did not have much contact with Europe, but in 1400s and 1500s, when the kingdoms had contact with Portuguese explorers. Click on the image below to see a 1944 map of the tribes of the Democratic Republic of Congo. This map comes from a geographical handbook on the Belgian Congo printed for the Naval Intelligence Division during the Second World War. It shows how tribal divisions survived the colonial period. Let's look at that. Holy mercy. Bantu tribes, not Bantu pygmies, pygmies, limited at the top of the forest. So, Italian. I'll division you that. But that's that map. Two, King Leopold's playground. In the 19th century, Henry Stanley explored the Congo River basin. He returned from his travels with tales of the rich resources available in the Congo. The British government ignored them for King Leopold of Belgium since Stanley declaimed the land for him. Stanley set up what was known as the Congo Free State from 1885 to 1908. King Leopold presented good motives for doing this to help the people of the Congo region. Remember, again, remember, to anybody that's reading this, remember a few videos back when it was in the Britannica, and there was like, they made deals, they made treaties with like 400 plus African tribes, huh? Remember that. Remember that. King Leopold, and that was the Belgians. King Leopold presented good motives for doing this to help the people of the Congo region to do scientific research there. In fact, King Leopold's administrators exploited the people and the environment for rubber and ivory. In 1902, Joseph Conrad wrote a story called The Heart of Darkness, set in Leopold's Congo. It was the beginning of growing criticism of the African colonies. Marlowe, the main character of Heart of Darkness, travels up the Congo River basin by steamboat to meet a colonial administrator. He was distinguished by the greed and brutality of the ivory traders in Africa. The picture above is a steamboat from Henry Stanley's journey up the Congo River basin to find the real colonial administrator 20 years earlier. Man, I don't need to see that. 3. Belgian Congo. In 1908, King Leopold was forced to hand the country over to the Belgian state because his administrators had run it badly. It was renamed the Belgian Congo. Not much was done to solve the problems that King Leopold's administrators had created. Of course not. Christian ministers, of course, Christian missionaries who set up schools were some of the only people who tried to aid the region. And this is some letter. Uh, I would like to try and read that, but I don't think I can't read cursive like that. Yeah. This is an extract from a letter written in 1940. It is from a woman who was probably a missionary in the Congo region to a fellow of St. John's College who was involved in organizing missions to the Congo. She has been traveling in Africa. How does she view the African people? Don't get. I guess I should. Right? Independence, number 4. In 1959, the Belgian Congo was made independent and renamed the Democratic Republic of Congo. People were starting to acknowledge the human cost of colonialism, but did not know how to put the problems right. Tim Butcher's 2007 book on his journey in Henry Stanley's footsteps, Blood River, shows that the Democratic Republic of Congo is still a troubled country. For real? Really? Let me see if I can try some of this. So far, we have, and this is whatever from this lady. So far, we have escaped being eaten by anything worse than mosquitoes. It might be mosquitoes. But we have something through numerous one-time um, something villages, and also seen a crocodile or two, as well as larp, lepe herds of elephant. Oh, large. Okay, so that's probably large herds of elephants, but of course they only trample on their victims, don't they? What? So far, we have escaped being eaten by anything worse than mosquitoes, though we have. Damn, that's the only word so far I cannot pronounce. Pan something through numerous one time. Nah, I can't do that either. Caumi. Oh, okay. This is probably one of the various villages. That dumbass ain't no shit. Um, Numerous one time something villages, and also seen a crocodile or two, as well as large herds of elephants. But of course, they only trample on their victims, don't they? I don't know if they're going for that. But that's all on that. Ooh, mapping of interior Africa. Let's see what that is. Um, so this is another article. We're gonna keep going because I just want to read. Y'all good? I hope y'all good. Y'all good? Y'all still hear me? Yeah. This is the last one. I promise. Just kind of fell into a rabbit hole. Uh, this is the mapping of Africa, and I'll put this one in there too. You guys can click on the link. It'll be in the same. Click on there. Hold up. Click on this right here. Up here. It's at the top. Mapping of Africa. Nigga, jump here. He's down. Um. Before. Interesting. Before 1500, Africa's outline. Africa's outline. Ooh. Proteus. Africa. Ooh, look how they spell it. Africa. Abula and Del Scriptio. Ooh, can't get that one. Idiom Ultra. Ooh. So Ultra is spelled the same as all those hundreds of years, huh? But Ptolemy, let me test it. I don't know what that means. Ooh, this is cool. Oh wow. Look how they drew Africa. Hey, that's crazy. All right. I'm sorry, y'all. We're going in the whole rabbit hole right now. This is interesting. The way they drew Africa. Oh, look at Liberia. Ooh, Africa. Whatever. These mountain regions. probably the rivers and stuff. So Libya is oh look at Nigeria right there too. We need to start looking at some of these ancient maps, bro. This is crazy. Hey, hey, ain't these giraffes? No, these are rivers. They just look like giraffes branching off. I think these may be kingdoms because crown and some stuff or tribals. Some of the major kingdoms in the old days, probably. Maybe these aren't. These probably tribes. I don't know, but that's really good. That's really cool. Ooh, Senegal. But interesting. Sudan. I don't see Sudan there. Syria over there, right there. Syria. Candia. Um, but yeah, we're gonna go back. Nice. Uh, Africa's outline had been mapped by the beginning of the 16th century. This was thanks to the efforts of Portuguese explorers Bartholomew Diaz and Vasco da Gama. I don't believe all that, but yeah, sure. 1500s and 1600s, Africa is a land of myth. Europeans did not know much about what was in the middle of Africa. So 16th and 17th century map makers like Sebastian Munster filled the unknown parts of Africa with myths and legends. So here my dumb ass thinking all this is cool and shit just about the Portuguese. We hold our L's, ladies and gentlemen. Regardless, it's still cool. I don't see any ancient stuff, but I want to see what how the Africans plotted their land. That's what I want to see. Africa, let me see, 1700s. Let me say he filled unknown parts with myths. All right, 1700s. Africa is a land of mystery. In the 18th century, a new group of scientific map makers started to put only places whose existence could be proven on their maps. Big blanks, big blank spaces appeared on the new maps of Africa. Bruh, I should have just kept reading. The 1800s, Africa is explored and exploited. These blank spaces encourage explorers such as John Speke, whatever, David Livingstone, and Henry Stanley to try and find out what was really there. David discovered rich resources in Africa, and powerful European countries fought to claim the land and set up colonies there. This was known as the Scramble for Africa. In the 1900s, Africa is rearranged. By 1914, there are only two independent African states left. Damn. Abyssinia and Liberia. Color-coded maps of Africa show the territorial claims of Britain, France, Germany, Italy, Spain, and Portugal. During the 20th century, these countries gradually pulled out of Africa. Maps of the continent were constantly changing. Yeah, they didn't pull out. They did not pull out. They still all in there. But hey, Chinese came in there too, apparently. Maps of the continent were constantly changing as African countries gained independence and changed their names or boundaries. Compare these two maps of the southern part of Africa, right? But it didn't encourage you to go and explore Africa. No. Yeah, I will, but that's not because I'm looking at the map. I'm talking about this Sebastian Munster's Cosmographia in 1559, and the final one is 300 years later. Interesting. But that's my excerpt. I wanted to read that for y'all. I hope y'all got some useful information out of that. I take all my losses. But yeah, that'll be the last. I'll cover it on various articles when it comes to the Berlin Conference. If I do, I'm definitely reading this. y'all. I'm definitely reading this. I'm reading this. You gonna read this? That's what I'm reading next on the Berlin conference. So I don't know. I don't know when I'm gonna do that. I'll probably do is I'm gonna break this into parts, but read this probably like a few pages at a time. There's a whole bunch of articles, and we're gonna figure out what they was talking about if that's legit. But without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and head out, trying to make the rest of my life more productive.